So this is the second video in the three-part of reinventing yourself as a midlife woman and the three traps that people commonly fall into and how you can avoid it so that you don't have to get stuck in that cycle because it's hard work. Now, if we haven't met before, I'm Lindsay and I help midlife women to reinvent themselves. So the first step out of the three steps I see from all the midlife women that I work with is, first of all, you lose confidence. Second one is clarity, that you don't know what steps to take. You can't get clear on what it is you're going to do next. And the third one is taking action. And all of these, you're at the risk of getting stuck and just cycling because you kind of haven't cleared the energy that you need to clear in order to then move on. So this video is number 2 in a 3 series, and now we're going to talk about clarity. So once you've worked on your confidence and reminding yourself exactly who you are, how powerful you are, what experience you have, how valuable you are, start stretching yourself again, because it's really easy to not stretch yourself in midlife because you get very comfortable, and that can be a trap in itself. But then, of course, then you need to start getting clear on, okay, so what am I going to do next? Now, some people it's more about weight, some people it's relationship. The area that I really help women with, though, is figuring out what they're going to do next career-wise and to get more purpose. So when I say career-wise, it's not like I'm a headhunter. I have done that in the past, but that's not what I do now. It's more about helping you find your purpose. So whatever your next chapter is, it means you're using all of your natural experience and your talents and your gifts. So that's really one of the steps to clarity, is once you've established what your natural talents are, you can save yourself an absolute ton of time from not buying courses that are completely not suited to you, or just, you're just trying to throw things at a solution. And I use the online world as an example. You can do things like online publishing, things like Amazon reselling, Amazon affiliate, anything affiliate actually, software affiliate. You could review products and get affiliate revenue from that. You could do UGC, which means you get paid for talking about products that you know, like, and trust. So it's kind of, an affiliate thing. But UGC is you get paid for making the videos. However, there's no point going down the road of making videos if videos aren't something you like. You might be way better off behind the camera than you are in front of the camera. And until you've honed on those sort of specifics, it's very, very difficult. So that's where the clarity step comes in. Now, once you've got clarity on where your natural skills are, where your abilities are, and more to the point, what you love, because who wants to go off and do something just for the sake of it? We're kind of beyond that now. This midlife chapter, this freedom chapter, is way more about doing something that really has meaning for you and brings purpose. So it's about finding clarity on all of those natural skills so that you can then move into something which almost doesn't feel like work, because it can be work, and working for yourself, you will work really hard if you choose to. And it might be just at the beginning, you've got so much learning to do, because even though it's all your natural talents, you've got extra skills that you need to learn. For example, even though you found your natural talents and what you want to do, it might be that you just need to learn the skills in order to translate that into something online. So I'm just going to use my example from years ago. And that was, I was writing a blog. And the fact is, I'm no writer. So I was writing this blog, COVID came along, I was still trying to keep this this updated, positive, optimistic blog, and oh my God, it was like pulling teeth. It was terrible. And then because I was tuning into loads of podcasts, I thought, actually, maybe a podcast. Why don't I do that? So I started recording a podcast, and I literally started, I think the idea came to me when I was walking the dogs in a field. It kept coming back to me every time I was walking the dogs in the field. And then I just started interviewing friends, and that's how the podcast was born. So it's, like many podcasts do, I've taken some breaks here and there. But the thing is, the podcast for me, it never felt like the draining energy that I got from when I was writing a blog. So, but there's other people I know who, they don't want to be on camera, but they love writing. They want to, share products and share links. And they can do it all through writing. It might be that you love cooking and you want to share recipes or share techniques, and then you can be an affiliate for cooking products and, kitchen brands, stuff like that. I mean, there are so many options, but until you figure out what really suits you, you've got no clarity. And so therefore you do run the risk of getting stuck in this never-ending loop of buying courses, doing training, and then what happens is you start degrading your confidence, because if nothing's working, you start second-guessing your ability, your skills, and your confidence starts to reduce, so you put yourself right back to square one. So we don't want that, because that's a waste of time. Anyway, so if you're not sure which level you're at right now, or where you're spinning your wheels and second-guessing yourself the most, I've got a free quiz for you, and it's at the link either above this, below this, and it's called the Reinvention Readiness Quiz. So it's just 15 short questions, and you just have to answer what's most true, what's least true. And then you'll get your results emailed to you so you can assess where you are and what you need to do next. So I hope that's helpful. Hop over to the quiz now, get a view of where you are, and then also I'll share with you some free resources that you can use to actually start moving forward. Okay, hope you enjoyed the walk. Take care, have a good one. Bye.